Good afternoon, team. Happy Thursday. So, I don't think I've ever seen an 800 point down day on the Nasdaq without it being like a major huge world event or catastrophe or market overall crash or something like that. I mean, we had an 800 point down day on the Nasdaq today at one point. That just amazing. I mean, it wiped off the 500 points we had yesterday. At the end of the day, this huge rally we had yesterday just got wiped out within the first hour and a half, and then we just continued down from there. So this is the 15-minute cues, like I always show you guys. We hit our head here at the 330 level multiple times. We were in this channel. We broke it down a little bit. We kind of went halfway, and then we topped it there. We came back down, then we rallied strongly. Read the email that I put on there. It's got my thoughts and the reason behind things and kind of expectations. So this kind of happened yesterday. It was amazing. We thought we were gonna have a little bit of continuation. Here we go, and then we gapped down 300 points at the open, and we just keep going down from there. Again, parabolic move, so we had a little stall. We broke this down support right here. Well, first this uptrending trend line that I drew here that connected these three spots perfectly. Then we just sliced right through it. Once we broke that, then this next one had to hold, and I sent you guys pictures of, and then this kind of meandered for a little bit there, and then we went down to this previous low this day right here. We tagged that. We tagged it right there. I mean, to the penny we tagged it, and then we bounced higher in the last 30 minutes or so. Again, now 315 becomes a resistance level because once it breaks support, it becomes resistance. We're a little bit after hours. We closed at 313. We're 80 cents up. We need to go up like 5 or 6. I mean, we were down 16 points on the Qs. That's like almost 700 points on the Nasdaq. I mean, just 5% move down. It's just unbelievable, the volatility in this market. So now we have this downtrend line that we have to contend with, and these guys right here. So we need to break. Basically, 315 is going to be that zone where this downtrend line is going to meet this previous support, previous resistance that now. I'm sorry, previous support that now becomes resistance on the way up. So the downtrend line is going to be resistance. That line is going to be resistance. So that 315 needs to be broken. If we break 315, then we're back in this, in this playing field where we can kind of, wander around in the 315, 320 range, maybe even 325. But then we have this gap down. So 325 might be another resistance area to then get to 330, where we clear this gap, and then we're back to this high again, which is these guys right here. So it's a lot of work. The market has to do a lot of work just to get back to a point where it's not that bad being down. Not even, it has a lot of work to not even be up and be, fruitful. It has a lot of work to just not be as horrible as it is now to get back to 3. I mean, if we get back to 330, that's a huge move in the market. Huge. That's going back to yesterday's highs. So if we get to that point, I mean, that's wow. But again, on a Friday, tomorrow, not sure. So and again, remember, we still have that 350 gap down that we got to fill. So there's a little gap here still that we got to fill. So it's a lot of work, guys. There's a lot of work to be done here for the market. The daily, this is yesterday. We came up right to a 21. I had this trend line from here and this down trend line from back here. It kind of met it. It met it right there perfectly. It's incredible how technical analysis and these kind of things work. It's amazing. So it met it right there. It didn't clear it. The 21, became headwind. Did not budge, and we pushed it back down on a gap down. We had this gap down here today, and we ended up in the low today. Again, the MT finished at 12, so it finished relatively low. I would have loved to have seen it, below 5, That would have given me a really, really good feeling for tomorrow. But, you know, we'll see. This trend line right here was broken. So we broke this low. Let me clean this up. I mean, again, just so you see how technical analysis works. Um, the low of the lowest day of this downtrend that we kind of broke all this right here. This low is 309.65, right? 309.65. Today's low, 309.62. We technically, I mean, not technically, we did. We broke the low. So we established a new low um, from this recent low that was supposed to be day one of the rally. We had here another nice update. We had this huge update, so we needed one more day, Friday or Monday, to be an update, to be considered a follow through day. Now, by this day, technically breaking down this low, it negates all that. So we're back to square one. It negates this day right here. So now we're back to zero. We don't have we don't have a day one of an attempted rally. We basically wiped out anything we gained on this attempted rally these last 3 days. We completely wiped it out in one day. It's incredible how that works. So let me see how the SPY. I mean, and again, same thing. Now, the SPY is a little bit stronger. The SPY held it. It held this low. It ended up in the low of the day, but still the same kind of concept. The 21, this kind of shelf right here. These guys, the 21 did its thing. It pushed it down, and we had the gap down, and we closed on the low of the day. A really high volume. So, not looking good. I ran my scans. There's like 1, 2 out of 500 stocks that I looked at that looked anything decent, and the ones that looked decent, I got in them. I got in them today, and I'm gonna go over them real quick today. And I got in them not because they were down. I got in them because I saw the relative strength. I saw that they were down, and then they started bouncing, and then they remained up from when I bought them. So I'm actually up on every single one of these positions from my entry price. Why? Because my entry price was not chasing a broken down stock. My entry price was looking at a stock that's down, waiting for it to stop going down, and then once it stops going down, I gotta see it start going up, and then when I see it start going up, that's when I get in. So that's what I did on these guys. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna just cover them real quick. Shell. I picked up Shell, holding the 21 and the 9 nicely here. It's not doing anything wrong. Again, every stock is going to look kind of reddish or whatever, but the market was just horrible. But my entry was not up here. My entry was somewhere in here. So Shell is holding up really well. The other one that I got in was EQT. I picked up some EQT right there at the 21 when I saw it come back up above the 40, which is this high right here this day. Once I see that it had momentum going up, once I saw that this hammer candle, we had this down, down, down. I saw this hammer candle, and I got confirmation the next candle was going up. I got in, and it's been up ever since. Okay, so again, when I say don't bottom fish, I'm talking about stuff like this. I'm talking about like stuff like this when the down below the 50, down below the great stock is it's down. Let me get it right here in the low. Let me get this is bottom fishing. That's what I mean. What I did, again, and I never buy a stock that's going down. That's another thing. Never buy a stock that's going down. You buy a stock when it stops going down, and then it shows you confirmation that it's going to start going up. Okay, so I don't buy it here, anticipating the move. I buy it when the move stops. I see it going up. I get confirmation that it's going up, and now my stop is right here. I have a defined risk, and I have an early entry on a breakout. Okay, on a lower time frame. So don't buy on the way down. Buy when it stops going down. This one right here, and then you have confirmation on a lower time frame bar that is now continuing to go up. Then you get in, and you have your stop right here. It's low risk defined, and you take it for a nice gain. Okay, that's what I did there. Tallow, picked up some nice shares on Tallow. Once it tagged the 9 EMA, same kind of concept. I saw it tag the 9 EMA. I saw the hammer candle, a reversal candle. I got confirmation the next the next bar, and I picked it up. My stop would have been right there. It's holding a nice little shelf right here. And then at the end of the day, you kind of had a little mini breakout right here. So that was now this is a nice trade. It's working. Lily. Picked up Lily again here at the 21. Once it kind of came inside of it and it closed on top of the 21, I picked it up. I think I picked it up at 290, right at 290, 289 around there. Again, holding the 50 real nicely. So my 50 is going to be my stop, giving me some room. It's it's a big ticket stock, so you got to give it a little bit of wiggle room. But I bought it when the 21. I bought it the same kind of concept. When I saw this reversal, I saw the next one was not lower than this one. That's my stop. I picked it up right here. Let it mingle a little bit. It didn't never violated this stop right here, and it ended up higher today. So DVN. DVN, same thing. I picked it up right here when it broke this little shelf right here. It came back to retest, and when I saw that it retested and it went higher after that, that's when I got in. Right here. I saw it come down. I saw the little hammer candle. I got the confirmation candle, the next one. I got in right there. That's my stop. It's working. Low risk. These are all very low risk. Again, I'm not trying to anticipate. I'm not trying to time anything. I'm not trying to guess or predict or guess or hope or anything. I'm looking at the chart. I'm letting the price action guide me. If it's going down, I'm sitting on my hands. It stops going down. Ooh, interesting. Let me take a look at it. It went up. Nice. Let me get confirmation on the next bar. It went up again. Perfect. Now I'm in. I got my stop defined. Easy. Simple. Very basic concept, guys. Very simple, very basic. EVN New. This one I picked it up because I made money on this before. I had a good entry right here in this one. I took it for a nice ride in the 170s. So I like this stock. I liked it when it was holding the 50 right here. So when it sliced right through it, I go, interesting. But let me take a look at it. So I went to the 15. The same kind of concept. When did I get into this one? I got into it right towards the end of the day. I think it's right here when I saw this going up, and the next one kind of closed a little higher. I got in, and then at my stop, I actually gave it a little bit more room. I gave it to the low of the day, so my stop would be like right here in the one, like right here, like 140, 139, that kind of thing area. So again, very tight entry. This is more of a higher riskier one, and just because I know the stock, it's got great numbers. It just reported a little while ago, and it just incredible growth. So I'm giving it very little wiggle room, maybe like $100, $150, and that's about it. I have a very small position. I think I have like only about 125 shares. Nothing too big. ADM. ADM was another one. Again, same kind of concept. The 50 is holding up nicely. I picked it up when I saw the bounce. Right here. This is the low. I got the reversal. It stopped going down. Started going up. Got confirmation the next bar. I got in. This is my stop. That's it. Simple as that. What else? And then the other one that I had from I made really good money on my short, my puts, ARCB. Is the reason why. Right here. See, this is that down. Okay, this stock is on a downtrend, correct? You all can agree with this, right? This stock is on a downtrend. It broke the 50 right here. So once it breaks the 50, it's on a downtrend. It's hitting its head on the 50 every single time, and then coming lower. So the channel is trending lower. It just had a death cross right here. The 50 broke the 200, right? And then it was coming up yesterday right to the 50. So what did I do? I saw puts right on this technical pattern right here. It's got a nice little upward, very clean bearish wedge right here. So where's my stop? Right here. Anything above 80. If it kind of breaks, see how the channel comes down? So if it breaks this channel going higher, then this trend is broken. Then my thesis is now broken. So I got to get out. But as long as it doesn't break 80, 81, I'm staying in. I took some profits today because, again, I don't want to be greedy. I was making 35, 55% profit. So I took about 70% off the table. I have like one more left. If this comes back down inside here to the mid 75, 74 area, I'll probably take it off for like an 85% gain, and that's about it. I need to be greedy and let it go down all the way over here. I'll let it set up again, and then I'll sell again if it gets up to this level and the channel doesn't get violated. I was looking at Costco also. I picked up some Costco as well here on a 200. Same kind of concept. Right here at the end of the day, when it stopped going down, I have confirmation here. I did not wait for this bar because it was, again, it was like 3:45, the very end of the day. So I wanted to kind of test the waters. So I got about 100 shares of this. Hopefully tomorrow, it goes up about 10, 15 points, and I can make some good money on this. So if it doesn't, my stop is right here. No big deal. It would be less than a 1.5% loss if I get stopped out. But again, it's coming down to the 200. So I mean, every single time, the 200's been kind of like a nice little support area. It never reached to here. It kind of got close here, got kind of close here, and it got the closest possible here. So again, it isn't a downtrend, but I'm trading this 200 bounce here. Hey, look, it's up a little bit after hours. That's nice. I'm playing this little bounce here, but again, I bought it when I saw that it stopped going down, and I got at least a one confirmation that it was going up because it was the end of the day. Okay, and again, it's Costco. It's not gonna go anywhere. Again, don't get me wrong. If it breaks the 200 and if it goes below 500, I mean, I'm out. It's an automatic stop. I'm not even gonna question that. Again, in this stock, it was down 27 points. That's only a 5% stop. 5%, it's like very reasonable stop on your on a 3.5 to 5.5. It's kind of what I go for. Usually 3.5. So 17 points down, 18 points down, it's going to be about 3 something. So that's very acceptable if I get stopped out. If it does, it does. I don't care. And if I get a nice little pop right back into this lower trend line here, I'll take some profits right here and I'll walk away. Okay, so I don't have any new setups because I've given you a lot over the last few days, and again, if we get a bounce tomorrow, guys, pretty much everything's gonna work because we're just gonna get a bounce overall in the market. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. If we get a little pop, if we continue lower, again, stop will get hit. You get stopped out, you get minimal losses, and you live to trade another day. It's no big deal. Something I want to look at real quick. Square reported earnings. It's a little bit up. It was a 97, 98, almost 100 a little while ago. It reported earnings. It had a bad quarter as far as I think it missed its estimate, and it was lower than expected. So the stock is not doing really good. So that's why I'm short the 115 and the 125 and so forth. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I still have the 95 right here. So if we get a little pop, tomorrow expires. I have no problem owning it at 95 because I'm short up here. These credits more than offset this one. This is going to be a very overall profitable trade. So I mean, again, it never really got back to 150 here. It kind of just, it was a good. If it gets back to 150, I'm shorting the heck out of this because I'll set up again to this scenario here. Okay, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Don't get too aggressive. I hope you guys did well today. The TQQQs and the U Pros are doing great right now. I'm up handsomely on those two. The last The last half an hour of the day, obviously, we were up nicely on really nice high volume. So the TQQQs on the U Pro that I have on, I have 7 TQQQs and 2 U Pros. Those are up 7% and 9% respectively right now. So even if we have a nice little pop tomorrow, those should be nice. Oh, forgot about one more. Sorry, Apple. I picked up some Apple. What I did was I bought. What did I buy? I bought the July 165 calls. July 165 calls. I bought them for 520. They're 575 right now, so I'm up 7% on this. And the reason why, same kind of concept. I saw Apple stop going down. I saw it go up, and I saw the market was kind of bouncing. If the market bounces, Apple is a very good proxy for the market. So if the market is up, Apple's going to be up. If the market is down, probably Apple's going to be down. Get stopped out. I lose like $50 and no harm, no foul. If Apple comes back to the 160 right here, that's another 4 points. I'll pick up probably $500 gain on this and call it a day. Just a quick swing trade for a market bottoming here, and I did it through calls to limit my risk. Okay, again, it's below the 200, so I'm assuming that this 160 range is going to be probably a little bit of resistance at the very first try, because it's going to hit its head back to the 160. But that's 3 more points from here. If I pick up, which will be like 4 more points from this close. So if I pick up 4 more points, that's going to be, I got 2 options. That's going to be about $800. I'll take that in a day. So either way, again, my stop is right here. My stop is below today's low right here, and it won't be so dramatic of a loss if I have to stop out. Again, we'll play it by ear. Take a day, take it tomorrow for what it's worth. We might have another little flush down in the morning and then go up, or we might have a nice little bounce, just oversold bounce, and then meander around and eventually go lower or stay flat. I have no idea. It's Friday. The market is just extremely volatile. But just as long as you keep taking shots that are low risk defined, you know why you're getting in, because you saw that it stopped going down, you saw that it started going up, you got confirmation that it started going up, and then you got in with a defined stop at a point that makes sense, and it's very close to your entry. So your stop out loss is extremely ridiculously minimum, and your upside potential, it's like minimum 3 to 5 or 5 to 1. Okay? Whoa, market's picking up a little more. I like it. Let me see how SQ is doing after hours. Ooh, nice. This is nice tomorrow. If we get to 100, 101, 102 tomorrow, I'll take that. Let me look at Apple. All right, it's a little bounce, no big deal. Okay, take that. Right, guys. I'll be in touch during the day tomorrow. And then I'll do the market video on Saturday. Be good.